Hello, my fellow Habs fans. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Habs Fan Forum. I'm Ben Dankiw, and here at the forum, this is where us fans get to have our voices heard. All right, let's talk about those Montreal Canadiens. This week, I will be talking about a losing streak, unfortunately, which they ended with a win, so was positive there, and of course, the trade deadline. All right, so let's talk about this streak. So they dropped 2 against the Jets and 1 against the Leafs, and then they win the final game against the Leafs to break the stretch. Honestly, really good teams don't lose 4 straight. Most of them don't lose 3 straight, but that it can handle. So I'm really happy the Habs broke that streak. They had 2 close ones against the Leafs and Jets, and they had a stinker of a game, 5-0, where they just got outplayed and they got beat. On Saturday, Hockey Night in Canada, too. Let's talk about big games. Okay, you know who the top players in the division are. The Leafs and the Jets. I've said it. I think Montreal is a 3-4 team. Edmonton and Montreal, they have similarities. I mean, McDavid and Draisaitl could win any game. You really hear about that. But realistically, I think the Habs are like the 3rd best team in the division. You got the Leafs, who are stacked. Like, offensively, their goalies are playing well. Defensively, huge upgrade with that TJ Brody. Like, the Leafs are a wagon right now. Some might say juggernaut. But and the Jets are right behind them with a really talented team and, of course, a Vezina-level goalie. The Habs are 2-4 against the Leafs and 2-6 against the Jets. So when we see these games, I've said it, like, they're playing against a more talented team, and they're playing against a better team. So they have to show, in my mind, they can beat them, which they have done. Now, they haven't shown they can beat them consistently. They're 2-4 and 2-6, remember, so that's 4-10 against these 2 teams. That's certainly losing 2 playoff series. They need to show that they can beat 1, maybe 2 of those just to get to the next round. So with that in mind, we haven't shown in a series that that the Habs can beat either one of these teams. Okay, so what is Marc Bergevin going to do? Trade deadlines here. All Habs fans are watching. Man, Twitter's alive, buzzing all week. Rumors. Now, I'm actually not going to knock any of the moves they did make because Eric Stahl, good depth acquisition for a cheap price, 3-5. John Merrill, also a good depth acquisition. And Eric Gustafsson hasn't looked great, but for such a cheap price, we'll see what happens. It might not work out. What they did add is some depth. So right now they have 7 NHL level D-men. They're going to give them a chance. But deadline day, they don't go out and get a top lefty. They don't go out and get any big name scorers on the top 2 lines, top 6 wingers, top 6 centers, anyone who's available. Obviously you have the big sweepstakes for Hall and whatnot. So I'm actually not suggesting that. But what they showed is Marc Bergevin is not all in on this season. He did some smart trades, did some good depth trades, helped his team out and said, let's see what you can do. I don't know why he didn't dip into the bank a little bit more, but he decided that it wasn't worth trading our plethora of picks that the Canadiens have and their deep prospect pool, which they could dip into. So my thought is Marc Bergevin is going to see what they do this year, but he better go all in next year. If they don't win it this year. Like, next year, if they show that they can at least win 1 series, he better be all in. And let's see what he does. So, if not, then get him out of there. So, he's been doing a good job, but they got to show they can take it all the way. And right now, they're not as good as the Leafs and the Jets. So, it can be frustrating. But they showed they can show up. And, man, the Habs can play hard when they're on. So, I'm excited about this final stretch. We're going into that. So what are our lineups going to look like? Good question. There's a lot of mixing up that's going to happen. For the forwards, the Habs have Gallagher out of the lineup, Armia out of the lineup, Cole Caulfield waiting in the wing in the AHL. I hope they keep letting him kind of just marinate down there. Whew, what a debut. Caulfield, I hope they don't rush him, but would love to see him up in the gel. We're going to see some shakeups there. So forwards, we'll see what happens. Gowie's out for a while, and who knows when Armia is actually going to come back, hopefully soon. On D, So Mete's gone. They're definitely going to drop Leskinen down and either waive him or put him on the taxi squad, one way or the other. And that's going to bring in Merrill and Gustafsson, which gives them 7 NHL D-men. So they're going to see what they can do. Merrill brings that defensive upside. Gustafsson has shown flashes of that offensive upside. So I don't really know how these pairings are going to work. I kind of hope, Petrie is going to play with either Kulak or Edmondson. Right now, they don't have Sherrod in, so they're going to have to find someone who pairs well with Weber and with, Romanoff, who, he's been playing like a tank. He's not scoring a lot of points, and he's shown that he's had some struggles on his rookie season, but he's just a great player who plays so hard. So they're going to play him one way or another. I'm not actually sure exactly how the lineups are going to tune out, but one way or another, John Merrill and Gustafsson are going to get a shot. And let's see what they got. Hopefully they can gel that defensive and offensive upsides. All right, that's it for this week's episode of the Habs Fan Forum. If you liked the video, make sure to like down below, tell your friends, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can actually reach out to us anytime at Montreal_Forum if you have any questions or comments. And of course, you can follow all Habs for all of the best Canadiens coverage. Thanks again. I'm Ben Dankiw, and of course, go Habs, go, baby.